everyone, I am so excited because spring is here and a change in season is always so welcome. Spring is a chance for new life, new beginnings and warmer temperatures for us here in the Northern Hemisphere, which I am very pleased about. Spring is a great time to reconnect with nature and enjoy all of the mood and energy boosting benefits that time in nature rewards us with. Being surrounded by the sights and sounds of nature can reduce our stress levels, it can promote rest and recovery, it can refocus our attention, and it can even strengthen our immunity in the long term. Where I live here in North London, the birds are in nesting season and there is a lot of noise and activity everywhere outside. The magpies are frantically gathering sticks and shiny things for their nests and having territory wars out on the roof or in the gutters. The coots on the lake are working hard to build their nests as tall and proudly as possible, and the woodpeckers are drumming loudly on the trees, trying to attract a mate and build a nesting hole. You don't have to live in the countryside to enjoy nature. It's everywhere. I grew up in London and I learned how to find green spaces in the unlikeliest of places. You just have to get a little bit creative. I recommend getting outside and looking up at the trees and waiting to see if you can spot any activity. Maybe they are gathering materials for a nest or gathering food to feed their young chicks. Maybe you hear the young chicks finding their voices and chirping loudly for food from their parents. Spring is the best time to hear all of the wonderful sounds of nature. Maybe you get up a little bit earlier in the morning one time and open the window and lay back in bed and listen out for the dawn chorus of birds. The robins are particularly noisy first thing in the morning, and it's really lovely to hear. Another great thing about spring is all of the new plant life that blossoms and grows. The bright yellow daffodils are now lining the streets and magnolia is exploding from the trees. Even the lavender is starting to resurface, ready to fully bloom in summer. March is a great time for foraging wild garlic leaves, so it can be really fun to look out for that in local parks or woodland areas. Just make sure you know what you're looking for because it can look a little bit similar to some other poisonous plants. But wild garlic has a really strong smell of garlic and the stalks smell a bit like onion or spring onion. So as long as you're using your sense of smell and you know what you're looking for, it should be perfectly safe. But you can see me here in the footage sniffing pretty much every leaf just to make sure it smelled like garlic and I was picking the right thing. Using our sense of smell is one really great way to connect with nature and the environment around us. Wherever you are outdoors, take a big breath in through your nose and notice what you can smell. Probably a lot more than you would think. Next time you pass by a plant or a flower, stop and take a look at it, study it, smell it. It might smell really strong, or it might be more of a subtle smell, or maybe nothing at all. Activating our sense of smell is a great way of encouraging mindfulness wherever we are and however busy we might be. Stopping to smell the environment around us is a great way to tune in, to slow our heart rate and reconnect with ourselves and the world that we're living in. Now that it's warming up a bit, it's much more tempting and inviting to spend more time outdoors. Now is a great time to take your work outdoors or take your food outdoors. You could plant some herbs or some fruit or flowers if you have a garden or a patio or even just a balcony. Now is a great time to get back into a sport or a hobby that maybe you like to do that was outdoors. Maybe it's running or climbing or cycling or kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, whatever it is, as long as it's outside. Maybe you were intrigued by the wild swimming in some of my recent videos, but it was too cold. Now is a really good time to give it a go. It's warming up a lot more, and I've really enjoyed being able to spend longer in the water because it's a bit warmer. I've had 2 really lovely trips down to the south coast in England and been able to swim in the sea, which was just beautiful in so many ways. whatever you do decide to do, just be present, be aware, stop and look around and notice and appreciate all there is around us, because we literally wouldn't exist without it. I want to know what spring is like for you, wherever you are. Does it encourage you to connect more with nature, or is that a different season for you? Let me know in the comments down below, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.
I'm just stroking the butt of this donkey. Is that good? Really?